Path of the Self. As the name Ars Ego implies, the goal of this path is the study of oneself. We learn, comprehend, and experience what it means to be ourselves, and we follow the dictates of our own nature. Although you are a part of society, you do not assimilate their teachings and behaviors, especially if you see them as detrimental to your growth. The current world is built around escapism, false realities, and excuses, and no effort is spared in maintaining these facades. It is somehow easier to accept a lie and shape your life around it than it is to clearly see your reality and accept it for what it is. This results in layers of falsehood until nothing makes sense anymore. But if you refuse to see the world for what it really is, how are you going to see anything at all, or even know yourself? So, in order to perceive what we truly are, we need to have a perspective capable of doing so. Perception is the process of interpreting sensory information. Perspective is how your ego interprets perception, like a filter of sorts. You can have several perspectives on a single thing. Perceiving is the passive or active process where perspective is created. The way you perceive yourself and the world around you determines how you think, feel, and act. Perspective can be shaped both passively and actively, depending on the effort expended. If we actively use our minds to think about the things that we are perceiving, we will have a deeper perspective compared to simply observing things at a surface level. On a personal level, we can choose to actively change our perspective. For example, if we start believing that we can achieve something and we start expanding effort into doing so, our perspective will be actively shaped during the process. The end result is a change we can clearly see in ourselves, changing our perspective. The same goes with our perspective of the world around us. By deepening our knowledge and experience, we will have a clearer and deeper perspective. The key here is the active principle. To passively accept things without diving deeper is to be deceived. This is also the reason true growth requires discipline. Many of us have unrealistic and unchallenged perspectives about our own selves. Once these are exposed or conflicted, we have a choice of denying or accepting them. Let's imagine looking at a mirror. A man with an ugly face might convince himself that he's beautiful. In fact, our brain does this on its own. A beautiful but insecure woman might see herself in the mirror and find only flaws. They do not see what's really in front of them because they have a false perspective on some level. Accepting truth in this case allows us to progress further. Sure, the man might be ugly, but he can improve in other areas to compensate for that. The woman that knows she's beautiful but still feels insecure can proceed to find the actual reason for her feelings of insecurity. By establishing these truths and integrating them in their perception, they are progressing on a personal level, but to deny them leaves one stuck in the same place. In the previous video, we talked about the mind, body, and soul. All of these parts have their own perspectives that may either align or conflict with one another. Your body tells you one thing, your emotions tell another story, and your intuition senses another thing. Then we choose the one we trust the most and act accordingly. Or perhaps they're all perfectly aligned, but we end up being dead wrong about something. Again, the key is to actively challenge and change detrimental perspectives until we become our best self. Simply put, to walk your own path is to work on yourself. The more time you spend on something, the more you understand it. When you're really honest with yourself, and especially when faced with failure, areas that you can improve in become blatantly obvious. It might even seem that you have so many problems that you can't realistically fix them. Just remember, the mountain you're climbing is you, and when you get on top, you are the one who reaps the rewards. The higher you climb, the stronger you are to face what's ahead. As I said, the current world is built around false realities, which means society as a whole follows them due to herd mentality. People join groups with those who are like them, which gives them comfort. If everyone around you is mediocre, you shouldn't feel bad about being slightly worse, right? Why would you go above and beyond these people if you'll still remain in the same place? Those who walk their own path discard these collective falsehoods easily. So, walk your own path. Do it for yourself. You're worth it. Your best self is waiting.